Good morning, YouTubers, friends, followers. But mainly good morning to the subscribers, my Trevorites, and those that support this channel. Thank you. Well, it's Saturday morning, isn't it? Yes, tomorrow's the day of rest, the Lord's day of rest, supposedly. But today is, so far, not a bad day. I want to say thank you to those who send me the emails. Thank you to Absolutely Average, Russ, for having me on last night, having a wonderful chat with Russ and with the Angry Bootneck, which was great. It's nice to reminisce old times, funny stories. I tell you now, I am going to start a confessions thing on this channel, which, or I might do, no, I'll do it in the other channel, try and lift it up a little bit. But when you reminisce about things you did in the military and some of the things, some laugh, what a group of people that worked together. It was just fantastic. But putting that aside, listen, I'm going to mention this. I get an email from an individual who has their own YouTube channel. Now, I'm not sure if individuals really don't know or they're just gullible. Right. An individual has told me that they had a YouTube channel and they called it Archwell. And in the email they sent me, they said they did it. They called it Archwell to wind up Harry and Meghan. But now they're complaining to me that it's had a copyright strike and it's been removed from YouTube. Well, oh my God. Well, the truth is, of course it's had a copyright strike. You cannot use if somebody is willing to pay money to have something stamped in their name, they will take you apart. I think it was probably an unwise decision to call a YouTube channel Archwell in the first place. It's just crazy why people do things like that. But there we go. I get lots of emails. I've had dozens of emails coming in. Everyone wants a shout out now, which is great. I don't mind. Can't shout everyone out at the one time, or it loses that part where people go, oh, this is a good YouTube channel. If I keep calling it out every single day, people get bored of it. You have to do it whenever numbers start to pick up. Whenever my numbers are starting to drop, don't call out a YouTube channel and try and lift them, because it's gonna have the opposite effect. So I will get there to the different channels, but bear with me. Right. Lionel Richie has signed up to sing at the King's coronation on the 7th of May at Windsor Castle. Now, what did I hear you say? The first person to sign up to sing at the coronation is a man of colour? Surely not, when the royal family's meant to be really racist. Why would a man of colour be the first person to sign up to it? Exactly, because it was lies. It was lies told by a toxic pair. Now, not only that though, if you aren't aware, Lionel Richie is actually the global ambassador for King Charles's Prince's Trust. So no wonder he signed up. He's a great guy. Look forward to seeing it. Look forward to hearing it. So there's going to be lots of megastars sign up to sing it at Windsor, and that concert's free, by the way. Unless you're a celebrity and you've managed to get in at a certain place and you're donating large sums of money to help charities, which is a fair point, I think. The United States and the Pentagon have just told us that they have shot down a large object. That's all they've called it. A large object above Alaska. That's the second thing that's been shot down in America. I believe the Chinese are trying to poke the bear in America, trying to poke them and see how they react. Well, they have reacted and they shut it down. And well done to them for doing it. Whether you have a woke president or not, you've still got a really strong armed forces. And that's all that matters. That's all that matters, isn't it? Yes. Does anyone out there smoke? Do you love your e-cigarettes? Do you love your e-cigarettes? Well, guess what? The government is about to double the price of them. They're about to be put up by 100% in order to stop people from vaping. Wow. Is there anything that government won't tax? Wow. Jesus. But there we go. At the minute in politics, in the UK, it's a cluster. I mean, there's no good. The Tories have destroyed everything. I mean, our armed forces are a mess. You do have a few MPs trying their best. You do. You can't. It's a shame. But they've now got this new thing they're going to try and throw out. Lee Anderson, who's one of the people's people. Yep, him. They've made him deputy chairman of the party, and they're throwing him out there to make it look like. Basically, Lee Anderson is a sticking plaster. He, regardless of what he promises, listen. Here's a good way to look at things. Go to your constituency. See if there's potholes around the road where your MP is. He's not going to... His manifesto will always say they're going to fix the potholes, but there's ones outside their offices. Outside Suffolk at the minute, on the way past the train station in Melton, there's potholes everywhere and your vehicle gets wrecked. So you know what? Maybe it's time to not vote for them, because promises are promises. Promises aren't actions. There we go. Right. So I will be chatting to a few people today. Tomorrow, my live chat tomorrow, actually, Sunday at 7, will be with the Fitness Hutch, Paul Hutchison. Great little channel, does a lot for kids and mental health, him and his wife. Yeah, interesting, actually. So I'm looking forward to that. That'll be fun. The only good thing I've heard in the last few days is this. There's a young girl called Matilda Handy, who decided to put a post box at a crematorium. It's, you know, the little red ones that sit on the post? Well, she's painted hers white. It looks beautiful white. ER's in gold. It's all written in gold. And it's been put there to put letters in heaven. So families that want I think it's a nice thing where she's put it there. You say goodbye to your family. You have a letter that you wanted to write to your family about how you're going to miss them, and you post it in there. I think it's an ingenious idea. Really, really good. Yes. Right. The war in Ukraine. Don't understand. First of all, I still can't get my head around why Putin hasn't been assassinated. I can't get my head around that, you know, especially with the war crimes that he is allegedly have done. For several months, I haven't read this in months, but several months ago I was reading that do you remember that they were saying we've now got the 10,000 war crimes, and then it went up to Russian troops have caused, there's been 100,000 war crimes caused, 100,000, and I don't know where they got those numbers for, because today it's back out saying Russia has caused 65,000 war crimes. So I don't understand how many war crimes. I'm sure there has been war crimes, but I do not believe anyone in the West can come up with a figure. And that's the truth of it. I think that they are trying to exaggerate figures. I'm not trying to play down war crimes. I'm just saying there's a lot of people pretending they know what's happening when they don't really know what's happening. And that is what you do. It's tactics by different... It's propaganda. So far, the Ukrainian-Russian war has been filled with propaganda on the Russian side and on the Ukrainian side. And journalists today, not all, I know some awesome journalists, by the way, but the majority of journalists today aren't giving us the news. They're trying to shape our opinions. That's what they're doing. They're trying to shape our opinions rather than give us the news. And it's quite sad. It's not about telling us what's going on. It's about being first with the story. As Denzel Washington would say. It's about being first with the story. Regardless if it's true or not, it's about getting it in first. It's about getting the money, getting the readers, and getting the clicks. Yes. Well, people, I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I'm going to go. I am going to start doing my confessions on my other channel, Uncensored Hypocrisy. And I hope you join me. Thank to those that support me on the PayPal. I do appreciate it. Thank you very much. Please keep checking to make sure you are subscribed, though, because I've noticed that there's been a bit of my channel goes at God at the minute, and yeah, I need to keep it moving forward, and I will let you know if I get any updates from YouTube or from Google. Take care and stay safe.